Hey, Coach, how you doing? It's Scott Churchson, Stream Punk Entertainment. Welcome out here from the East Coast, where it's a lot colder than where it is by you. Talk a little bit, in this case, you just added Strahinja. Talk a little bit about him, his influence, his connection, and anything you might have. And yeah, thanks.
Well, firstly, I must say I'm really pleased to bring Strahinja in. I think it's excellent that we've got the deal done and we've now got it announced. I think he is the profile of defender that I really wanted to add to our group. Gives us more depth, gives us competition for places across our back line. He's a really aggressive defender, has the ability to really play the line high, good speed, really good football player, so he fits with our style. And yeah, I think we're just really keen to get him in now, get him with the group, and obviously we have to go through the process. But really pleased that we've added into the group.
Adam Hayes.
Hey Coach, this is Adam from Post 90. Hope Coachella's treating you guys well. First presser since you guys brought in Leon. I was just wondering if you could talk a little bit about the hire, your relationship, and what you think he brings to the team.
Well, Leon's also going through the process of getting his visa, so he's not actually with us at the moment, but he's someone that I've known for 12, 13 years now, somebody that is a professional friend, someone that I've followed his journey, he's followed mine. We've crossed paths a lot across our journey of developing players, developing as coaches, and then developing teams into winning teams. And he's done a really excellent job with Cavalry and with the head coach. I'm close there with Tommy, the head coach as well. And somebody that adds really good energy to our group, our coaching team, somebody that has a great knowledge of the game, but I think his energy and enthusiasm and just the type of coach he is going to really blend well with the coaching team that I've got here. So I'm sure across all of the content, the great content that we do, you'll hear Leon for sure. And I just think he's a really good add for the team.
JR.
Hey, Coach, JR DeBar, Blue City Radio. When you look at your roster of healthy players going into the season, you have Thiago Martins at 28 years old, Keaton Park 26, and the new player you just signed as well, 26, and pretty much everyone else is under the age of 24. Does that concern you when you look at like the construction of a team that's looking to compete for MLS Cup? Does the lack of veterans concern you at all?
It doesn't concern me because I played a huge part in constructing it, so if it concerned me, then we'd have a problem. No, I think ultimately, I don't think it's about age. I think it's about character, and I think it's about the type of characters you have. And I think if I look across all of the younger guys that we perceive as younger, and Andres Pereira is, a young guy, but is super mature and plays, and is mature beyond his years. And we have a lot of those guys in the team. Julian Fernandez, you would perceive as young and inexperienced, but has played professional football in Argentina for a huge club. It has came in and showed huge maturity and finished the season really strong. So I think we've built a team of really good football players, but actually really strong and balanced characters across our group. And I'm really pleased with the work that David and Brad and the team have done in constructing the roster, because we have now depth across the group, but we have a real blend and balance of players, of profile of players and of characters.
Michael Allen.
Yeah, Nick, thanks. This is Michael Allen from Prost America. Just asking you what the focus of this preseason is, coming off of last year, a disappointing season. What are you concentrating as a coach in this preseason? What do you want to see out of this Coachella tournament?
Well, I think I said in the pressers when we were in Tampa that we want to play an aggressive style of the game, and we want to be an exciting team. So the focus of the last camp was really physical, push the physical side of the game, really stress the group and try and get the group to embrace the physical side of the game we want to play. And we were really pleased with what we got from the group and really happy with the performances that we got in the games, but also in the training. Now we have a really solid game schedule here at the Coachella tournament, and I think now it's about really honing the tactical side of the game and embedding the detail in the group. So for us as the coaches now, is the physical guys have handed the team over to us and basically said, this is when we get the exciting part, which is get on the training field, really try and hone the style that we want to embed. We want you guys and the fans to see an exciting team this year. And although we're being patient because we're adding players to the group and we're developing the team as we go across this tournament, the focus is definitely tactical and style.
Eric?
Hey, good afternoon, Coach. Eric Orteca, Soccer View Radio. And I'm curious, so Friday it was announced that the club signed El Trapito Agustín Ojeda. Can you speak on what he brings to the team and, the sudden injection of, young blood into the team?
Well, Agustín was somebody that I was really keen to bring in. He was somebody that I know will improve our group, will give us that real dynamic, attacking, 1v1 speed, excellent at running in behind, a guy that will really bolster our attacking side of the game because it gives us depth, it gives us different profiles across Santi, Hannes, Tales, Agustín, Julian, Andres, all of these with Munsef, and we want to have a team that can be flexible tactically, and we've really focused on blending and balancing those attacking players, and to get that deal done and get him across the line. And now as the coach, we just want to get him on the training field. Our front office does an excellent job of trying to get all of the process done of getting the guys into America, and I'm pushing them hard. I want him here on the training field, so excited, and another addition that I think the fans will be excited for.
Tiago?
Good afternoon, Coach. Thiago Brandão from Território MLS Brazil. There have been many rumors about the possible transfer of Thales Magno. Did this affect the player in any way? Have you talked to him about it?
Well, there's news to me. I've been with Thales through Tampa, and Thales is training incredibly hard. It was a little bit unfortunate to get a little bit of a knock in Tampa. It was nothing serious, so he didn't figure in the games. But he trained the last 3 days. He's training incredibly hard. He's incredibly enthusiastic. And, for me, I think the finish that Thales had in the season, especially you watch across the Noche de Oro game, Thales was incredible in the game. This is the Thales that we have real belief in, and this is the Thales when he's playing, the football that he wants to play, the smile on his face. And I see that on the training field now. So Thales is huge in my plans. He's a guy that I want to get to the top of his game, and when he's playing like he did, like I say, in that Miami game, he's going to make us a better team.
Ronnie?
Oh, hey, Coach. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Coach, just wanted to ask you a little bit on Hannes Wolf. And I know it's only been about 2 or 3 weeks, but just so far, what have you seen from him so far in preseason? And just really the experience that he brings from Europe, and how has he meshed in with the team so far? Thank you.
It was actually only been 2 or 3 days for me because he didn't get in. So Hannes is a great guy. I think he's a guy that has a real desire to be an important player for New York. I think, coming from Germany and coming from the experiences that he had over in Bundesliga, positive and negative, I think for us is a real benefit because it brings a huge desire and a huge motivation to play his best football here for New York. But also he has the experience of playing in one of the top 5 leagues in the world. So that is a huge benefit for us. And, he's been training with the group. He's really integrated. He has experience of being in big teams. So he's integrated into the group really, really well. He's trained incredibly hard. I think the dynamic part of his game is going to really improve us. He's a different profile of winger that can play inside, or number 10 that can play between the lines. So he really blends well with a Santi Rodriguez and a Thales Magno. And, we want to be aggressive without the ball. And when you see the way that this guy plays and the enthusiasm that he has to just go and get the ball back, I think it really feeds into our group, and it's going to be a real strong point of our game.
Alec?
Hey, Coach. Alec Kossoff from Fibro Footy. I wanted to ask you about the new signing, Tanasiewicz, that just got announced today. Obviously, a center back, from his highlights, looks like he's very good on the ball, can ping a good cross-field ball. does the addition of another center back indicate any type of formational switch for you, or do you feel like it's sort of game by game determined?
I think the addition of, I think when we recruit our players, I want to have tactical flexibility. If you look across my tenure here, I have played a back three and I have played a back four. I've played 4-3-3. I've played 4-2-3-1. So adding players that have good balance with the players that you've got give you tactical flexibility. But I think ultimately, if you look across our roster from 2021, 22 to 23 and now 24, we required depth with the likes of Maxime Chenot and Alex Cayens going, and then Bert Rieser and Thiago Martins, and Stranger is going to give us that real depth that we need, because we know the brutal nature of our league. It's 3 game weeks, it's League Cup, is all of this crazy schedule that we really enjoy when we're in it. You need the depth to be able to rest players, and there's also a part of the game that is frustrating, which is injury. You get an injury. We lost Thiago Martins in across 2022, and we needed depth, and so it gives us depth. So I think tactical flexibility is a good thing for me, but depth is essential in our league.
Glenn?
Hey, Nick, I'd say the word that you probably used most frequently in our chats is aggressive. So the aggressive style you've been describing, are there higher physical expectations for the players, or maybe in different positions? Is that what when you talked about your focus in Tampa?
I think there's always a physical element to pre-season based on the amount of time that we have off. So we had a huge desire to stress and to push the players physically. I think you have to adopt the mindset of, let's train for the most aggressive form of the game so that we can go into games. If you want to compete in our league, you have to be able to compete at the most intense level in games. I actually think that is the most exciting and enjoyable part of MLS, is that games are never finished. These games are played for 97 minutes, and you look across the league at the goals that are scored at the end of games. That's because the games become intense and enjoyable for the neutral to watch. So when I say aggressive, we want to be able to cope against all the different styles in the league, but we also want to we want to stamp our authority on our games and play our style of football. And I think if you look across the most successful New York City teams, we've been aggressive without the ball, especially at home. We've been on the front foot. We've been playing football where we dictate the tempo with the ball, and we don't allow the opposition to dictate the tempo when we don't have it. And we have to equip ourselves with the ability to play our style of football and the style of football that we've played when we've won football games. And that's been the focus of the Tampa camp. And now, trying to embed the detail whilst retaining the physical identity is the aim while we're here.